Alright guys, Towers of Doom, the grand final, qualifier number 8 is upon us, and we have Oxygen Esports today here. They're going up against the Cats right now. Towers of Doom is our first map. A best of 3 series, of course, and it is a hammer ban. Yeah, they know. They've watched the Masters Clash, and of course also the previous qualifiers. So here we are. The Cats are currently #1 position in the standings, but again, keep in mind that this entire tournament concept is evolving around. It's all about the playoffs at the end of the day. The qualifiers, through all of the qualifiers, 10 in total, each team can accumulate points. The farther you go in the tournament, the more points you get for the tournament. The points get accumulated over the course of all 10 qualifiers. At the end of this season, the top 8 teams make it into the playoffs, where they are then playing for 4,000 euros of prize money, thanks to our sponsor, Mr. X. And, well, that's pretty much what it is. So teams don't have to participate in every tournament. You can just pick and choose where you want to be. The Cats have more or less participated in nearly all of the tournaments here, so they have a lot of points. Some of the teams, the top teams in particular, didn't play every single qualifier. Some just let a Sunday slide. Sometimes players were on vacation, whatever it is. The entire tournament concept is just designed that the qualifiers are making it easy for the players. They can really pick and choose what they want to do here. And then we're heading into the playoffs, where, of course, the real party continues. Double elimination bracket, best of 5 matches, and all that stuff. But here we are in the grand final. So the top team takes 10 points, the #2 team takes 7. That's already for both of these quite nice. But both of them want to walk away with 10 points, which not only solidify their position in the top 8, but also makes it more likely that they're going to end up in the top 4. Now we got Dehaka and Rega. Ooh. Tell me more. Arthas and Anduin. We got the Lich King, baby. We got Arthas. Yeah, I'm already a fan. Not a pick that I would have expected this early. I mean, it's not like your Arthas is going to be contested. They still ban out Tyrael, and if you watch the Masters Clash, you know exactly why. Nick has been playing a lot of Bruiser Tyrael with Judgment to great success, and with the Light Bomb, you can make this even more dangerous. But I like that we're getting an Arthas. So, we can go. Blaze, and then they got Anduin on top of that as well. At this point, I want a Carrigan. Go old school. Arthas Carrigan. Remember those days in the beta? Both had Envenom. I believe it was on level 4. And they just could nuke the hell out of any opponent. Arthas Carrigan was one of the most OP things that you could draft for yourself. And then later we had a similar style when the game was released. The crazy Russians came out with that. With the 5 Blood for Blood. Blood for Blood was a level 7 talent. And you had it on tons and tons of heroes. And at some point, the Russians figured out that if you picked just... The only thing that they did is they drafted heroes that had Blood for Blood on level 7. That was literally the only goal. And so they had 5 Blood for Blood heroes, and every single time when level 7 came online, any team fight, when they coordinated their attack, they could just insta-kill somebody. Which was quite funny, and also triggered eventually Blizzard to remove the talent completely. But yeah. Now, Stitches is banned. We got Genji and Muradin. And there, side lane Zul. The rotational Zul. And there we got Sylvanas. Alright. But yeah, the Russians were always good for stuff like that. Any aggressive tactic that they could find or that existed, they found it eventually. Those were the days of Sevkazha. So, mix of Russian and Ukrainian players that they had. Herath, last one to be picking here. Okay, let's see what we're gonna get on Towers of Doom as the blue team is about to make their last choice. It is Hanzo, the brothers. Ona! Alright, Towers of Doom, map #1, grand final here. We got Oxygen Esports against the Cats, everybody. Qualifier number 8 for the X-Cup summer. The Cats against Oxygen Esports on Towers of Doom. We got on the left side Drakia on Genji, Herath on Hanzo, Hornio on Dehaka, Captain Rex on Rega, and Malo is playing Muradin. Towards the right side of the map, Sylvanas, played by Hazuops. We got Yazu on Anduin, Copenhagen on Blaze, Bad Benny on Arthas. Oh yeah, going into the trade, baby. And Nick on Zul. And yeah, usually I don't call it out in the games because we're recording this, of course, for YouTube. But big shout out here to Werps713 for the gifted subs on the Twitch channel. Very much so appreciate that. Missed that earlier, so a big thank you to you. Appreciate the support, my friend. But as we're heading into our first fight, we actually don't... are we? No, we're not getting that big battle in the middle of the map. A little bit of a battle, but Blaze is already at the top. This is something where I would so have loved for Blizzard to eventually just change the numbers a little bit. Just imagine this with a little bit more damage, slightly adjust the talent. This is probably one of my biggest criticisms about Blizzard in general, and this is something that in the days of HGC, players told them that over and over and over again and said, guys, listen, you don't need to come in with a crazy rework all of the time. Just every now and then come through and adjust a couple of numbers. Go for a talent like this one, raise the numbers a little bit, reduce them a little bit depending on how much it is played or not, and then see what happens. And if you just do that incrementally, then it's not going to have that big of an impact that all of a sudden the entire balance is broken, but it will slowly start to shift the game a bit, and you will make things viable that weren't viable before, and it will also not completely change the meta every time you come in with a big rework and fancy new ideas. Yeah, and Blizzard just refused to do that. They were, what do you mean? Sanity? Logic? A little bit of common sense? Nah, we can't have any of that. The funny thing is that after HGC was cancelled, they actually had a short period where they released a few balance patches where they did exactly that. That was probably the most insulting part of it all, that for years and years and years they were told by top players how to make the game better, even without having to do any creative work and just, you know, tweaking a couple of numbers and other suggestions that were absolutely doable, and they refused to do it, and then they're cancelling HGC, and then for half a year, so maybe a little bit longer, they followed exactly that trend, and everybody was just saying like, you guys are kidding, right? Now you're all of a sudden doing that? Yeah, thanks so much. I don't know, I know, it's like the rants, but I really hate what this company has become. I am so happy, by the way, that they made the announcement that they're not doing any development there anymore. Everybody's treating that like bad news. You people don't understand how good that news is. It means they're stopping to fuck things up. No more shitty weather, no more medallions, no more like, oh, let's make Aslo OP. It's like, yes, I would have loved this tiny balance patch every now and then, but this is good news. We can enjoy the game that we have, we can create tournaments around this, and we don't have to watch Blizzard fucking it up more and more with every single big patch that they're releasing. So yeah, this is actually good news in my book. And ah, God. Yeah, I need to focus on the game because I'm getting tilted again. How did a company that was just the pinnacle of esports, that was the shining light in a sea of darkness, the one company that supported games 10 years after they got released and was interested in helping esports, how did that ever devolve into this abomination that we have these days? What a sad development. It just breaks my heart every single time that I think about it. So yeah, let's best ignore it. Ignorance is bliss. So we got no single kill just yet. A little bit of action happening over here. We got still at the top side a bit of a push out. Copenhagen actually won the fight for the camp. Benny is going to be interrupted, but this is one altar that they're not going to get. It's all about the bottom altar, and to give the blue team some credit, they were able to get this one as well. So here we have it. Same time now. Ooh, okay, left side. Yes, they get that channel out. And here we are. That's our level 7. We get the purification in. We also got the Icebound Fortitude. Still no single kill in this game. But I love that we got Arthur's back to business. So that's kind of nice. Getting a bit of work in here. And there it is. Kill number 1. Murden goes down. The dwarf got murdered. A bit too late to deal with the camp. I'll sneak it away. Yeah, Nick, of course, on Zul. I mean, Zul was even in the days of HGC oftentimes played. He has an insane amount of wave clear, of course. And is a great hero if you're just applying the wave clear pressure against an opponent that can be used to do that. Heroes with an attempt to unhorse him. As Benny is riding into battle on a very, very rare and unique mount. Okay. A very rare mount that, incidentally, everybody has. But up at the top, yeah, Blaze against the... I actually feel sorry for the Haka a little bit, because now he has to deal with Blaze and with Zul. Roaming Zul. Good old Alex the Pro-G. Here are the throwbacks. Yeah. But 32 to 36. 11 stacks on this one. Eternal Hunger. I would have loved to at some point see really like a melee mode Arthas, you know, that really just stacks it up, full trade build, and gets an insane damage out of it towards the late game. They can really pack a punch, but not quite there yet. But they're coming in for Muradin. They got the CC, another stack is in, and oh, the lockdown! A poor dwarf. Dead again, and well, that is 2 kills against the shorty over there. Budget Gimli in trouble, and they're getting a free altar, and at the same time lock in their level 20. Yeah, sure. Their level 10 talent. Unfortunately, we got no Sindragosa here. Captain Hitsugai would be sad. No dragons in this game. But yeah, he is main tank Arthas after all, so you kind of got to go for survivability here. So it goes for the army of the dead. The cats fucked up a little bit. They could have drafted Arya and they didn't. So now they got to deal with all of that without our help. But well, it is what it is. So we got the X-Strike, the brotherly duo over here with Hanzo and with Genji, the Shimadas. And they try to go for Nick, but that is also not really working out. The Stormbolt is missing, and now Marlow is again the center of attention of the red team. But this time, no kill, at least not just yet. So, we'll move down to the bottom of the map. Oh, what are we getting for now? Let's go. Heras, Hazu. Yeah, they really want the kill, don't they? The heal is there. Rhaegar paying attention. They even went for the skeletons. 15 stacks by now for Benny so far. Not too bad. Me likey. And we got another camp here over on the left side. Oh, careful. Nick gets a little bit caught here, but they're turning it again. They got so much to see right now. Anduin, he did it! He did it!
He has the word, the holy word. It's salvation. It's the best word. Anduin. Oh my god, it's tremendous. It's tremendous. What a great word. He has all the words. Everybody says so.
We got the word, baby! Oh yeah! He went for the bubble! Alright. I was unprepared for that, I admit. I was really unprepared. Like, I didn't expect that to happen at all. But they're mailing it out hard. So, yeah. Quest is completed for Genji. But right now, there is still an altar to be caught. Who goes for it? Let's go, baby! Stormbolt missing. Marlow, yeah. Like, he needs to hit a few of those home. So, at this point, can they head into... Yeah, they're pushing him away a little bit. There's still no talent advantage for the red team. 32 to 32 points on the core, so they're absolutely dead even. And I gotta give it to Benny. 18 stacks already. Me likey. I actually like that a lot. So now that we got the bubble plays from Anduin, he's gonna have his ult back up in another 20. And they're giving this up. By the way, look at the minimap for just a second. Actually, a lot of if my games are any indication, a lot of people don't know what a minimap is, so I'll show you. So if you look at the fort in the middle, or the bell tower, and you look at the one at the top, you can already see that wave clear that we have for the red team paying off. So they are doing structural damage on every single lane. And that could become a massive problem in the later mid game for them. Because, yeah, we are going to see some serious pressure once those bell towers are taken. The minimap, by the way, is down here at the bottom right. So that's the minimap. If you don't have that, then you have to go for the minimap DLC and download it. It's a really nice help. Should use it in your games. X-Strike, Yasuo, and he's down. Yasuo is down. Rhaegar still alive. Yeah, Yasuo didn't bubble it up. He had no words in that one. Nope, no words whatsoever. A little bit sad. Sad. But could have gotten a kill in my opinion. The save. So that didn't happen. And talking about the top lane, whew, those bell towers! Boy, they're starting to really suffer here, don't they? So now at the bottom of the map, seems like it's the blue team who might even walk away with the first one. They're not fully committed to it. And Arthas is back. So is Yasuo. 19 stacks for Benny. Where is our Arthas? 14,000 damage. Yeah, that's what I mean. Goes into a bit of a bruiser build and then doesn't walk away with any damage, so that's kind of unfortunate. So, yeah. But either way, we got 2 kills to 2 now. A double altar up on the map. And maybe a sneaky channel at the bottom of the map? Nah, it seems like Hanzo. Oh, actually Hanzo is not checking this one out. Not in time, at least, that is. And Muradin is also low. Oh, Hanzo nearly got it. But I think now he is gonna get it. Yep, that interrupt didn't happen, and there it is. First altar is channeled, and now we're talking about the middle of the map where Genji is already slowing them down. Bunker had to be popped. Oh, and Copenhagen is saved by Anduin. Nice. Can they get a kill here, though? That's the question. Bell tower still low everywhere. And once again, they go for Marlow, but he escapes. He's low, though. So they gotta focus on the middle again. Arrow is missing, fully missing the target here. Nothing doing on that end. But 24 points only on the core of the Cats against the 32. And Hazo is back at channeling. Dehaka missed that one as well. They're trying to come down here against Bad Benny and Nick. Can't get the kill either. Nice jet propulsion. Good ancestral. Another cooldown burn. And there's the bubble. Anduin coming in with the big words. And the X-Strike as they go for Captain Rex. And it is instead Arthurs that dies first. Yeah, the teamfight capabilities of the Cats are once again proven as they are locking in a kill against the front line, and now they're chasing Oxygen Esports away from the altar and claim another 4 shots. Yeah, well done. Closing that gap a little bit. 24 to 28 points in just a moment. And that bottom bell tower could now still fall. Nick also nearly dying. Is able to make it out though. But they are definitely under pressure. The Cats, they don't want to give this up this easily. No, 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 no. They're fighting this one out. 23 stacks by now for Arthurs. And his level 16 is closing in. He went for the Frost Strike here too. The 16 talents on the other side. We now got the Earth Grasp Totem and the Stone Form. Camp over here also claimed. And yeah, with that, it's time to see what they can do with level 16. And on the next objective, once that it spawns, we got another set of pumpkins moving in, and the Dehaka has to shut them down quickly. And does it just in time. That could have gotten dicey. They nearly took this one. But there comes Frostworm... Frostworm, yeah, nearly. Frostmourne feeds. So now the chance to get a lot more stacks together. 4 Arthurs, increase the damage numbers a little bit. He's at 24,000 right now. Nearly on the level of Genji, I gotta say. So there's at least that. Talking Genji, he just barely made it out here. They're still trying to go for him, but at the bottom of the map we also got Sylvanas and Anduin. And here comes Arthurs. Yeah! Goes for the army and starts to get the hits in against Captain Rex. Good slows too. They isolate Hanzo, they get the kill, force the Ancestral on Rhaegar. And maybe even Genji. Genji's not the only one that's low, by the way. Look at the Hawkeye. He's dead too. Benny in deep, maybe a little bit too deep. But there's the bubble. Anduin with the big words. Once again, the jet propulsion. And Marlow is low and dies. 29 stacks by now, 4 Arthurs still playing this out, and all of a sudden it is a lot of bell towers that are on the table here. Sylvanas is dealing with the one at the bottom. They're already trying to force them back at the top. Benny is coming in pretty much alone, and he picked up a lot of damage in that last fight too, and does it now as well, so they get another kill here. Genji is dead, and that is a disaster. So Sylvanas already got the first one. That means 5 shots fired with every single bell tower that they can channel, and this is not looking good. The first 5 make it in just as the Dehaka comes back. Sylvanas, she gets the one down at the bottom of the map. They go for the full barrage, guys. They go for the full barrage. 14 points. They take the middle, and now only the top is still standing. And I guess scratch that because this one falls too. The barrage is starting. They control everything, and they haven't even taken this one here. So one of them could move in, but just going on the defense is totally worth it for them right now. The longer they can... They might end the game here, honestly. Yeah, look at this. It's already channeling this. That's 7 shots and they're getting more kills. Rhaegar is dead again. That's lights out. That's game right there. 14 minutes in. Massive amount of shots are fired. They're down to 4. And there's no way to reclaim this. The game's over. 1-0 for Oxygen Esports. They made it happen. They took full control of the game. We talked about the wave clear a bit earlier. And it finally came through as they got the kills. They took the... Yeah, they took the heroes down, and then they could just eliminate every single one of those heroes. Lights out, the core is down, and Oxygen Esports has taken the lead in the grand final.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Garden of Terror is map number 2 in the grand final here at qualifier number 8. So let's have a look. What are the boys picking now? Talking about the boys, am I the only one that thought that the final of Season 3 was a little bit disappointing? I mean, it's not bad. I'm not. It wasn't like, okay, this is horrible. But some of the stuff was a little bit strange. Still a good show. Heavily recommended as I did before. But I expected a little bit more out of Season 3 towards the end, I gotta admit. So. But alright. We got Sergeant Hammer banned again. I mean, duh. With Garden of Terror, you of course are looking again at globals, for example. And since the map was also chosen this time by the red team, I kind of expect that we're going to see some shenanigans. If you're picking Arthas and Towers of Doom, then I expect something interesting here as well. So, time will tell. We got the ban on Lucio. I mean, that's also more or less a given. If you have Yasuo on the other side, he's already insanely good on Lucio, and then you have a hero that just speeds up the entire team. Hogger, I would assume, is now going to be banned, which leaves 2 globals open. If Hogger doesn't get banned, he's going to be a very early pick. There it is, the Hogger ban. Okay. As expected. But, well, what are they opening up with now? You gotta get good wave clear. You wanna have good wave clear, especially you wanna have good camp clear, even more important. This is the map that has by far the most camps on the map, so you need to make sure that you're gonna get that. And then, yeah. Dehaka and Falstad, still options, big map. Global's always good on big maps. I still wanna see... I wouldn't put it past him, so there's 2 things that I could still see there. Them playing Vikings at some point, or maybe Abathur. Those are 2 of the options that exist here for Oxygen Esports that I could absolutely see them go for. We start with Dehaka and with Muradin, and I gotta say, Abathur would already fit here. Now that they got Dehaka, the chances that they're going for the Lost Vikings, very, very low. Not really happening with the draft that they currently have here, but the Slug is still an option, and he wants to slap. He wants to come in and go for the slap. A man can dream. Hazu could bust it out. But okay, we get Genji, we get Rhaegar. If anybody is going to throw a little bit of a curveball with a pick, it's going to be Oxygen Esports, obviously. So, yeah. What are we getting in regards to bans? What do you ban against Drake and against Marlow right now? I mean, if they don't want to pick Falstad for themselves, then now eliminating Falstad would probably be a good choice. Just limit the amount of globals that exist on the map so that you can exploit your own a bit better. But they go for the frontline ban. Oh. Jojo eliminated. Don't ban the Slug. Don't do it. Leave it up as an option, even if it is not getting taken. Don't do it. Leave me my hope. Thank you. Sylvana is also good at side lane pushing. Morales and Thrall. Yeah, no range damage. Ah. No range damage, but it seems like Leazu really likes his Morales. He played it in the semi-final, now he's playing it in the final. So I don't think we're gonna get the Slugger here, but they can still go for a bit of range damage. And on this map, I would think that we're also having a lot more action around the Medivac. Marlow on Tracer, and we get Tyrael. Alright, so Tyrael Blaze at the front line with Tracer Genji. Damn, they're getting aggressive here. What is Nick gonna pick? They have only melee heroes so far. A bit of range would... okay, screw ranged. Who needs range when you can pick up Zul? They're just gonna play the map here. Yeah, they got Zul, Thrall, Muradin, Dehaka. They're gonna play the map, I guess. Okay, guys, that's a beefy lineup. Garden of Terror map number 2 in the grand final here in the best of 5 of qualifier number 8. Let's see who takes it. Can they win it with a 2-0, or are the Cats coming back into this and forcing the 3rd map? Let's see. Drakia on Tyrael, everybody. We got Captain Rex on Rhaegar. Marlow is playing a Tracer, level 1 with the Tracer rounds. We got Tirath on Genji. Horny Octa on Blaze, and we got on the right side of the map a full-on melee draft. We got Bad Benny on Muradin, Hazops on Thrall, Nick playing Zul for the second time in a row, Yaz on Morales, and Copenhagen on Dehaka. So, Morales is in the house. Second time today that we're seeing her. And, yep, they seem to... Yasuo at least seems to like and play with her a little bit, but there's of course a lot of heroes that can now jump into the backline and try to threaten him. Tracer and Genji in particular, but it's also true to an extent for a hero like Tyrael, for example. So, another thing. But yeah, either way, it's a very beefy front line that they have there. I mean, it's not even only a front line, they just have like a ton of heroes with a decent hit point pool, the capabilities to go for camps, and we'll see how much they can do with it. Echo of Elements on level 1 for Hazu. That's one good thing against Tracer. If you play around that a little bit, you can do a lot of damage. Benny gets kind of caught and is apparently able to walk away from this. Good for him. I could have totally seen him die here. It's 4 heroes that were trying to gank up. But instead we have some damage done at the bottom of the map. Yeah, the good times when you would just simply heal some of those minions with Morales and trying to drain tower ammunition. Back in the days when we still had tower ammunition. Yeah, those were the good days. Or were they? I don't know, I kind of like tower ammunition, I gotta say. Maybe you could have changed it slightly, the towers had more ammunition, or just like change the entire way around it, but I always felt like it was an interesting concept to have. And I'm not so sure if I like it more now that it has been removed. Maybe I'm just a bit nostalgic here, but I think it could have been changed in a way that you could have kept it as a strategic element in those games. But either way, that's not a thing anymore. Yasuo gets attacked. We already talked about this a little bit earlier. This is going to be a theme in this game. But they get a counter kill, so both of the supports are now gone. The healers are very quickly dying, and well, we got a follow-up kill on Tyrael, who couldn't decide who he wants to go for and now explodes into nowhere. Alright. But they're ganking up in the mid lane now on Mr. Octa himself, who gets dragged in the middle of a jet propulsion. Wow, what a connect by Copenhagen. That's 3 kills to 1. And an early level 4 with a nice lead and experience to boot. So they are very heavily doing this. Yeah, I like that. So up all the way towards the top. We now have Copenhagen looking in a bit more experience for them. Whereas Tracer has to react to that. But they definitely have a lot more presence on the map now, because they have so much wave clear on, especially their melee heroes. And as I say it, I realize that it's a dumb thing to say, because all of their heroes are melee heroes. I guess with the exception of Morales. But yeah, they got definitely a lot of wave and camp clear that they can use, and Muradin is the one that will flank, or will anchor those plays that they make. Has also a chance to just like flank a few of the opponent's moves. They got the first seed as well. And still that lead and experience. It's a small one, but again, it's just like compounding advantages that you are getting throughout the course of the game that will eventually lead to a big win for you if you play your cards right. So now we got the stacks at 17 for Hazu. He's very close on getting the second stack on his Chain Lightning. And they're starting to also do some structural damage. It's not a lot, but we're still early. I mean, it's 3.5 minutes into the game. You can't expect too much here just now. The Ardent Restoration for Tyrael on 4 stacks for him just now. Camps colliding at the bottom of the map, level 7. Talents are kicking in. Same build that has been played previously for Zul. But we got the follow through now. And this time with that synergy on the Echo of Elements. I've been talking about this in the past a lot, and they played it recently in another match as well. I like it. If you go for follow through, then you have to go for the Echo of Elements on level 1. That synergy just makes way more sense. Personally, still a fan of the Ancestral Wrath, and I think for most people it also makes way more sense. But if you gotta have the mechanics, you can get some serious numbers out there. And it also allows you, of course, to get good damage out when you are alone on structures, on minions, whatever it is. So follow through actually really nice if you have a lot of time to yourself, being it on the lane against minions or simply on any kind of structure. So, or camps. Mercenary camps, of course, the same still holds true. So if you're playing around your opponent, you're not trying to engage into too many team fights, this is actually a pretty interesting move to make. You're not going to end up with a ton of hero damage then, but you will definitely increase the siege damage output that you have against structures, minions and mercenaries. But as that already happens, we have now the second stack indeed acquired. Yeah, top lane has been pressured a bit, but now that Muradin and Dehaka are slowly dealing with that, that's where we're at. And once the map opens up, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for them. They also have the second seed now up on the map. Nobody has been started to fight for it, but that should happen rather soonish. Now that the seat is up for grabs. Blaze and Dehaka still locked into this little fight of theirs. And Tracer is making her moves. But we have for Muradin now also given the axe, so extra damage. And Tracer has to be a bit careful. She needs to go pretty much toe-to-toe with those heroes. It's difficult to blow them up, with the exception of Yasuo. Maybe also Thrall. But they gotta be careful here. Whenever she gets a bit too close to the action, with the amount of CC that is available for Oxygen Esports, they have a fair amount of tools against her. And also Chain Lightning is of course a point and click, so not a problem there either. Benny, yeah, easy chance for him to hop out, but there's the level 10. Sundering, instantly used. We get the medivac as already expected, and the Haymaker. Don't need him to be too tanky as is right now. Haymaker into the wall though, but he gets out. Octa able to escape, level 10 now on both sides. Nobody, by the way, taking care of that seed just yet. Everybody was looking for experience first and for level 10. Nobody has made a move towards the top lane. I suppose the red team is going to let this go, since there's very little chance that they can dive this deep into enemy territory and grab it. Best that they could hope for in that situation is to slow it down, but they are not even going for that. Instead, it's camps again. Drag here on the side, sniffing this out quickly. Nothing to be done about it. And again, it's the mercenary camps that are really important at this point. It's one of the big things on this map. Mercenary camps everywhere, and they have a lot faster camp clear than the cats right now. Rhaegar can help with this, of course, and he does, but they're already pushing through the middle, and as they are invading, the siege giants in the middle are pushing. Yeah, underlining that point again, there's the Judgment, trying to take a page out of Nick's playbook, and Morales gets absolutely murdered, and it seems like Dehaka is going to be a close second, so we have him annihilated as well. And this is going to be the problem in this game. It's just kind of funny to me that the cats are now playing a similar style with Tyrael than what Oxygen Esports has done in the past, and are using that against Oxygen Esports. Now, it's not Nick's side lane Tyrael, his melee assassin Tyrael. Instead, we are seeing him with a damage build, going into Purge Evil and into Judgment as a main tank, but it's still pretty much the same talents that Nick is using too. Alright, so they're moving quickly over, using the medivac for that, without any big problems. Now that the seed is up, you want to fight for that. And outside of Dehaka, medivac is of course again empowering these global plays that could become a problem for the cats in the later stages, since they just don't have that mobility. There's a drag into the Stormbolt, Haymaker, and Cestrel is out immediately. The Sundering not fast enough to delay anything, but it doesn't even matter because Rhaegar dies, and well, that is supports eliminated out of this fight. Cats don't have anything. Oh, Blaze gets caught too. Doesn't have a bunker either. That's bad news. Yeah, he's gonna die here. So they are poking him down slowly and steadily. That's a guaranteed second seed for Oxygen Esports. And together with that, they can also now steal a few of these camps away, which they're already starting to do right here. Nice. Yeah, capitalizing on every single small advantage that they can get. And the level 13 talent, of course, is one of them. So 2 seeds to 1. They take the Bruiser camp, could also take the Siege Giant camp if they wanted. Still got enough time, but they're already making a play for the top fort. Everybody else at the bottom of the map, and it's time to take the fort down. We're going to see a little bit more of that. They're getting sneaky with these. Global plays, just using the mobility that Yasuo provides with Medivac. And halfway is all that they're going to get. But again, that's all that they need to do. You rinse and repeat these plays, and it's going to become a huge problem for the blue team. Especially since they had to abandon this while parts of the camp were still up. Now, that has, of course, been dealt with by now. But you will always leave another minion wave behind, another camp behind, if you have to consistently react to your opponent's rotations across the map. There's a reason why Yasuo's Lucio was banned out. And it's not quite the same thing with Morales, but the idea behind it is similar. And they are rotating with the Dehaka again, or at least they can. Yeah. Yasuo, no problems for... or Hazu, no problems for him either. The damage numbers. Thrall is sitting at 21,000 hero damage. Yeah, Judgment. He went a bit deep on this one. Hirath is way too deep. Genji came in together with that, so the Sundering shut that down quickly, and that's a 4 versus 5 in favor of the red team. Yeah, Oxygen Esports, everybody. They work on that 3rd seed, so we could get the first Garden Terrors in the game. Especially now the Tyrael has also fallen. Got caught a bit on the wrong side here. And it's Garden Terror time. Yep. That is going to suck for them. Oh, Benny. Stormbolt gets some damage in. Nice. And forces him to retreat, which is going to be more damage at the top. That fort is 100% gone. And guess what? In the middle of the map, you're seeing the same thing. So 2 forts will fall 100%. The 3rd one might also be destroyed. And in addition to that, it means that they are picking up level 16 talents. So they are looking very, very good now. Tracer even taken down. Right? Tracer gets caught, and now they're going for the doggy. So even with the Ancestral here, it might be the end of him. Because I'm not sure if he can escape this one. Yeah, there's the isolation. Benny comes in. Boom, Stormbolt to the face. No chance for him to dodge that. He's still alive, by the way. But not for long. Rega goes down. And the walls at those keeps get opened up. The bottom fort is eliminated. Or about to. As you can see here. And they have level 16. Which now gives us Thunderstorm. We got the extended care. Bad news for Cats fans. If you like dogs, on the other hand, this is a good one. Yeah, that one was so bad, I'm going to see myself out. Thank you. But yeah, they nearly got the keep, guys. They just snowballed this one so hard it hurts. And now they're just simply retreating. Genji is following up on this. There's the judgment. This isn't over yet. But there's a Garden Terror at the bottom of the map. And Tirath nearly died to the wolf as Thrall was coming in. Instead, it's Drake that gets attacked. And he also makes it out. Good for them. But it's still level 17 versus level 15. 9 kills, 2-4. Down at the bottom of the map. We still have a few waves pushing through. And they have to use everything they have. They're still fighting without level 16 talents. They think that with all of the ults used, that's their chance to make a play. But now we get Blaze dropped. And it might be a bit more because ults are slowly coming back for the red team. Oxygen Esports, they are smelling an opportunity. They're coming into the middle and they're gonna take this. They're gonna take this keep. The keep is gone. Keep's gone, and from here on out they can focus on the camps again. 16 talents are at least ready, but who's gonna stop them at taking those siege giants? It's 12 seconds until Blaze is back. Has plenty of time. Tracer gets caught and gets taken. First the wolf, then the tongue. Now we have another seed up. Genji's already on the run. They took the siege giants. Let's not forget the top side. Yeah, okay, they're flying top side. I was about to say there's a catapult that they have to take care of. And then I saw the marker and I'm like, alright, they're going to take care of it themselves, aren't they? So while Genji is, yeah, using his PvE skills down here, the blue team is having some serious troubles topside. Tracer is dead, and now another keep is being attacked. Tyrael is rotating over, but it's, again, it's emphasizing what I talked about earlier. The problem that is still there is the mad mobility that we have for Oxygen Esports. Dehaka is not the only one. The entire team is moving so quickly that it's very difficult for the Cats to follow those rotations. And you don't have to always take a keep down or a fort. You can also just come in, do some damage and rotate away and just rinse and repeat, which is what they're doing. So again, they're flying down and they're like, ooh, look, there's another keep down there. But this time they're not even going for it. They're realizing that they're being flanked. But the idea is the same. But this could backfire now, because now they are forced into a fight that they might not even win. But, well, can they get a kill here? Jet Propulsion is already out. Bunker. Oh, boy. Captain Rax. Yes, the Self-Ancestral saved him for a moment. But then Murden is coming for it immediately. And now they go for Blaze, and he is dead. Yeah, eliminated in the blaze of glory. They take Tyrael down too. And let's not forget, what did they do before they left the top lane? Exactly. They took those siege giants that now go for the keep and force Tracer to respond, while the rest of them can focus on the next keep at the bottom of the map, which is going to be destroyed here. So Thrall is sitting at the top. He's going to fall. Hazu was a little bit alone there. This keep is insanely low. And they are flying in. I'm not so sure why. Yeah, they just want to brawl at this point, and they're going for Rhaegar and they're taking him down. But it means that the bottom keep has not been destroyed. If they would have lost this, that would have been them moving away from the battle without a single keep. Now they're trying to go for Tracer again. The keep at the top is falling. The keep at the bottom is still safe. We have catapults, by the way, on the core that need to be dealt with, and Marlowe is doing exactly that. But, yep, that's still a tough spot to be in. And we have level 20, which means we have World Breaker. Alright, slow down, Hazu. World Breaker and the safe space. Or safe zone. There it is. Did you, by the way, see that they now have some superheroes that are called... One of them is called Safe Space. Oh, it was fucking hilarious. I couldn't actually believe it when I heard about it and googled it. It was just like too good. I was like, alright guys, that's the winner for sure. I forgot what the other ones were called. But yeah, similar. So we get Thrall. Mirren is jumping out already. With a safe zone, they can make their little plays, but they're forcing the bunker again. And, well, good luck dealing with that. 2 keeps gone. We're 15, 16 minutes into the game. Yes, it's gonna get tricky. The blue team, I mean, they gotta fight. They gotta do something. They can't just simply sit tight here. But here comes Judgment! The World Breaker's out! And they kill Rhaegar. Rhaegar is dead, and oh god, this could be the end. They try to go for Tracer. She makes it out of the fight. But everybody else is just so low and desperately trying to somehow hold on to dear life. But it's not gonna happen. Tyrael at least has the mobility to jump back out. But Blaze is already dead. Genji and Tyrael now caught up at the top. And I guess that might be the end of Drag here. He is getting dragged and he is dead. Catapults pushing everywhere. And now they are, of course, going for the win. Straight up to the core to end what they started. Another tournament victory for Oxygen Esports, unless there's a small miracle happening here by the Cats. They're starting to come in for the 2-0. Yeah, now the Catapults are also approaching the core. That's going to be it. So 17 kills, 2-5 at this point. They're working on number 18. A little bit more important. Could also take this one too. But that's that. Nicely done. Congratulations to Oxygen Esports. Bit of a different comp by them today. Couple of Morales plays too. But that is the end. So we are getting a 2-0 victory for the red team as they lock in another X-Cup Summer Qualifier. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.